Dear student, hope you are doing well and following the instructions given by the government. Stay home, stay safe. Okay, today we start the unit number 4, vapor absorption system. Vapor absorption system. In mechanical refrigeration system, so far we learn vapor compression system. Most of the domestic refrigerators as well as air conditioners operates on vapor compression system, and industrial applications as well as commercial applications, most of the systems runs on vapor compression system. And in next lecture we learn the air refrigeration system, which are generally used in aircraft. Today we are going to learn the next important mechanical refrigeration system, that is vapor absorption system. As we know, refrigerant, the working substance in refrigeration is called as the refrigerant, and the refrigerant is alternatively evaporated and condensed. It will be condensed at high pressure and high temperature in condenser, and it will be evaporated at low temperature and low pressure, and thereby we get a refrigeration effect. And for maintaining the pressure difference in vapor compression system, a compressor is used which will increase the pressure of the refrigerant from low pressure to high pressure, and again the refrigerant will enter into evaporator from condenser by passing through a expansion valve, which may be a capillary tube in domestic refrigerator, or it may be a throttle valve in air conditioner or in some larger applications. Now let's see what is vapor absorption system. So here in vapor absorption system, along with the refrigerant, one additional fluid is used which is called as the absorbent. So a pair of refrigerant and absorbent is used in a vapor absorption system. And the major difference between vapor absorption system and vapor compression system is elimination of compressor, and compressor is replaced with absorber and a generator in vapor absorption system. Okay, so let's start with a simple vapor absorption system. A simple vapor absorption system. So this system consists of a condenser where the refrigerant is condensed by rejecting heat to the surrounding fluid. So vapor refrigerant will enter into condenser at high pressure and high temperature. Here it is condensed. So this liquid refrigerant, and during this condensation process a heat is transferred. Suppose QC amount of heat is transferred by keeping the pressure constant. Then this refrigerant will enter into a expansion valve where it is expanded, and this expansion theoretically is carried out by keeping the enthalpy constant. So this expansion is again a isenthalpic expansion. Then this refrigerant will enter into a evaporator, and it will start to produce the refrigeration effect. Okay, so here refrigerant will start to absorb heat, and this amount of heat absorbed is QE, and it is nothing but a refrigeration effect. And this vapor refrigerant then passes through a absorber. And this absorber contains a absorbent which is normally a water, and water is having a strong affinity for ammonia. So ammonia is used as refrigerant in simple vapor absorption system. So ammonia is refrigerant and water is the absorbent, and water is having strong affinity for ammonia vapor. So all ammonia vapors are dissolved here in water, and there may be increase in temperature of this aqua ammonia solution. Ammonia dissolved in water That solution is called as the aqua ammonia. And due to dissolution of the ammonia in water, there is increase in temperature of the solution, aqua ammonia solution. So keep the temperature constant. Water is continuously circulated in absorber. So this one is absorber. Now this aqua ammonia solution is pumped by using a pump. It is pumped into a generator. Generator is again a vessel. So this solution will enter aqua ammonia, strong solution of aqua ammonia is pumped into the generator at high pressure and high temperature, and here heat is added into aqua ammonia. Heat is added. Suppose that amount of heat added is Q suffix G. Qg amount of heat is added, and due to addition of heat in aqua ammonia, as ammonia is having a low boiling point as compared to water, so ammonia will start to boil. Ammonia vapors are separated, and these separated ammonia vapors will enter into condenser at high pressure and high temperature. Again these vapors will start to condense, and this condensed ammonia is passed through expansion valve where its pressure is reduced. So low pressure, low temperature ammonia will enter into evaporator. It will start to produce the refrigeration effect by absorbing heat, and thereby it maintains the temperature lower than the surrounding temperature. And these ammonia vapors are sucked into the absorber. Ammonia get dissolved into water. Aqua ammonia solution is formed, strong aqua ammonia solution. It will be pumped into the generator, and whatever water is left behind, again it is given back to the absorber by passing through a pressure reducing valve. So there will be a PRV, pressure reducing valve. So this pressure reducing valve will ensure that this water will enter into absorber again at low pressure, and again it will come in contact with the ammonia vapors coming from evaporator, and thereby we get a refrigeration effect. So here ammonia is evaporated at low pressure and low temperature, and again ammonia refrigerant is condensed at high pressure and high temperature. Only the major difference between vapor compression system and vapor absorption system is elimination of compressor, and again this pump requires a work for its operation, and that work required is very low as compared to the compressor in vapor compression system. And the energy which is needed in generator is a heat energy, and it is basically a low grade energy. That's why engineers are interested to know about working of simple vapor absorption system. This system is obsolete nowadays, but a lot of researchers and engineers are working, or they are interested in developing a refrigerator working on vapor absorption system because of use of low grade energy as the energy input, and the refrigerant which is used is environmental friendly. As we know, ammonia is having a 0 ODP rating, ozone depletion potential is 0, and again it is having a lower global warming potential. So that's why this refrigerant is environmental friendly, which is commonly used in simple vapor absorption system. And again, heat, it may be in the form of steam energy, or it may be solar energy that we can use as energy input in a generator, which is not possible with vapor compression system. So I hope you understand the working of simple vapor absorption system. Okay. So there are only problem with this system is it is having very low coefficient of performance, and that drawback can be overcome by use of some additional devices that we learn in next lecture. In next topic, in next lecture we are going to learn practical vapor absorption system or modify vapor absorption system where we can slightly improve the coefficient of performance of simple vapor absorption system.